Here they come. Chachua. Since the kickoff, he's been really far forward. Chachua. Delayed referee's whistle. Playing the advantage, no doubt.
Vous m'entendez bien, c'est bon.
Those home fans. And that's why they call the Blue Sharks CapVert. Their home kit usually is blue shirts and blue shorts, but obviously that would have been a slight clash with Cameroun. Cameroun must have won the toss. And CapVert won't mind that one bit. 0-0. Free kick. Semedo floats it to the edge of the penalty area. It was won by Ryan Mendes and kept alive. Well played by Pico. Roberto Lopez, the man born in Ireland, in Dublin. Used to work in a bank. Now he's crunching different kind of numbers in the form of opposition attacks. Onana takes his time. Big clearance by the vastly experienced Cameroon goalkeeper. Played at the highest levels of football. The Premier League. Before that, Italy's Serie A. Dutch Eredivisie with Ajax, of course. Yeah, just like delay. Looks like Anguissa picked up a knock.
Est-ce que tout le monde m'entend bien?
Looks okay. Got to run it off, whatever it was. Well, the game sorely lacking in rhythm, which makes it hard to defend. Bomo.
Ok, c'est carré. Faites comme chez vous, les gars.
Plays on the right as an inside-out winger. A little bit of injection of speed with that pass.
Si vous voulez voir le truc en entier, venez sur Twitch.
Tippy-tappy passing.
Il y a mes réseaux en dessous, normalement. Twitch et YouTube, il y a les deux.
Every white shirt back in his defense, not just defensive half, but defense.
Je sais pas si vous avez vu le début. Ouf. Si vous avez vu le début du match, moi je veux bien.
By Livramento. We've seen him do that before. Bomo. Nice layout to Chachua. Defense is getting the upper hand here, certainly in these 50-50s.
Ah, je savais même pas.
There's the low. Chachua gets on with it. Abubakar protesting. He thinks that challenge is a little bit too physical. We're past the halfway point of these opening 45 minutes. Very tight game. Very cagey one as well. Especially when you compare it to the 4-1 scoreline in the reverse fixture. You need a good memory for that. You have to go back to June of last year. Switch made. Good vision. Great first touch. Nkudu. One-on-one. Drills the ball in. The ball goes out. That's why Nkudu kept his place in the squad. There is competition on that left flank. And Gamalu to name but one. Now, did that get a touch? I'm not convinced. Although they're shaping up for a corner. It is a corner. Must have come off Steven Moreira.
Allez, le CapVert. Ah, mon gars, le
CapVert. Right back.
Faut qu'on gagne. Ça serait incroyable qu'on joue la Coupe du Monde.
Stalls. Second attempt. Good delivery. Equally good two-fisted punch. CapVert nearly come away with it. More speed, less haste. Abubakar tries to turn. Shot, charge down. Referee gets out of the way. Here comes the charge. Arcangel. He's isolated, needs support. He's got the free kick though.
Tout à l'heure, je sais pas si vous avez vu.
Foul by Nkudu. Cameroun kicked the ball away. Got to be careful. You've seen yellow cards brandished for less than that. Here's Arcangel. Up against the left back, Nuu. There's Nkudu. Charging back. Who kicks the ball away? We'll never know.
Ah, c'est sur Twitch, attendez. Je vais faire
25 minutes gone. Still 0-0. As I was saying,
je vais mettre ça en plus petit.
Cameroun were already leading at this stage in the reverse fixture. In fact, they were already 2 goals up. Abubakar scored twice that day. One of them from the penalty spot.
C'est comment je me mets là? Je mets en bas à droite.
Penalty kick, I should say. Yannick Semedo. Good delivery, beats the wall. And Gisa with a clearing header. Bomo. It's a long, long back pass. Goalkeeper Vuzinha. As cool as a cucumber. Didn't panic at all.
Normalement, c'est bon. Twitch et YouTube, vous allez mieux voir comme ça.
CapVert not too pleased with that decision. Well, the good news is the sun's trying to come out and the rain's let up. Hopefully it will dry off the pitch. Misplaced pass. Bobista or Pedro Brito, if you're old school, like 2 names. All the way back to Onana. Christophe Wu.
Vous entendez bien les commentateurs? Ou vous voulez que je monte un peu le son des commentateurs?
Cameroun
non,
just beginning to get into the game more and more. Good delivery to the far post and an easy take by Vuzinha. Abubakar. Well, he had to go for it to the striker. I think the defense of CapVert know that, so does the goalkeeper. All part of the game.
Non, les gars, faut qu'on gagne ce match. Ça serait incroyable qu'on ait un Coupe du Monde. Imaginez nos beaux pays à la Coupe du Monde. Ah, ça serait incroyable. On a raté la CAN.
Yeah, the fans of the Blue Sharks, despite the weather,
on oublierait tout avec
they're
ça.
enjoying themselves. And as I say, sun's popped its head out. And the rain has finally stopped.
N'hésitez pas à vous abonner hein, si vous aimez tout ce qui est foot et tout. Il y a du bon contenu sur la chaîne, sur le compte.
But then, we're at the business end of World Cup qualifying. This is the 8th game of 10. 2 more games to come next month in October. And you've got to say, looking at those, Cameroun look to have the easier run.
Tu sais, Elton, je m'appelle comme toi. Je m'appelle Elton aussi, carrément.
They play at home to
Avec un
Angola,
H.
and then they travel to 5th place Mauritius. As for Cape-Verde, their next game is away against Libya.
Salut sur
Libya,
Twitch et
who
YouTube.
were just 2 points behind them. Libya played yesterday ahead of this game. They comfortably beat Eswatini, the bottom club, 2-0.
Vas-y.
There's a chance. Ball played through the middle. Livramento onto it. Good control. Lays it off. A little bit too wide. Here they come again. Easy take for Onana. Better though by the host. The Blue Sharks looking menacing. Christophe starts the build-up. Boyomo.
En plus, on est bientôt 10 000 hein, sur Twitch, les gars. C'est dingue. Je pensais jamais là, j'allais arriver à 10 000.
You do get the impression that next game.
Merci pour la rose.
For CapVert, away in Libya, as they defend here, could prove crucial.
N'hésitez pas à sympathiser entre vous, on fait comme chez vous, les gars.
Cat and mouse between these two at the moment. Nicknames of the Atlas Lions against the Blue Sharks. Two of the apex predators of the animal kingdom, but it is more cat and mouse. No disrespect to either, but it is what it is.
Il n'y a rien à jouer. Voilà, il y a faute.
Waiting for the referee's whistle there, Niru. Didn't come, and he found himself in trouble. Cameroun, that's a lovely burst over the halfway line. He keeps going, still going. Terrific run. Nearly went all the way.
Ouais.
Nice idea. Ball played down the channel. Showed a little bit too much of it. To Niru. Still with the host. Oh, that's a pity. Yannick Semedo way off target with that shot. But positive signs. The game's beginning to open up. End-to-end action. Chances at both ends. Anana. Slowing the pace down. Here's a shot by Semedo. Way off target. Never going to bother Anana like that. I can tell you, the club Anana is going to is Trabzonspor.
Bienvenue aux nouveaux arrivants, faites comme chez vous.
Eventually cleared. Ball stays in play. Nuhu. Lovely ball looking for Bummel. Solid challenge. Took out the winger. Not sure that was fair. And that's a foul by Wu. Referee just telling him to calm down. Frustration entering the Cameroon squad there. Not with that fan. She continues to wave the flag. Wu tangling with Livramento. Well held up. He nearly had his pocket picked though by Ryan Mendes, the captain. Lovely play. Baleba. Not quite sure what he intended there. Thought he was looking to release Burmo. Burmo acknowledges the play. Had he spotted the goalkeeper off his line? Here's the earlier incident, the challenge on Burmo. Might be lucky to get away with that.
Faut qu'on gagne, faut qu'on gagne. Les Camerounais, je sais pas si on a dans le chat, hein, mais c'est la guerre aujourd'hui. Faut qu'on vous tape. Si on vous tape, c'est quasiment joué.
That's a bold back pass, as is that. Vuzinha, well, he was expecting it, but he was still put under pressure by his teammates there. Cameroon advancing up the pitch, just beginning to turn the screw. Anguissa.
La V94, j'attends. Merci Hugo, Thomas. C'est gentil, c'est gentil.
Plays his football in Napoli. Italian champions, of course.
C'est dommage que les matchs comme ça ils soient pas souvent diffusés et tout.
Well, I think the crowd have been so starved of excitement and actions. You'd be surprised if they had a Mexican wave going on. That's causing the hooplas. Cameroun having trouble getting out of their own half.
Ah, attendez les gars, désolé, ça lag un peu.
Change of direction by Abubakar. Abubakar dropping, trying to create play. Easy for Vuzinha from the talismanic striker
on l'a tellement
Cameroun.
insulté lui. Mais en vrai, il a fait le boulot.
Acknowledging the play by his captain. CapVert falls nicely, very nicely to Cabral.
Vas-y.
Poor ball, looking for Livramento, nowhere near him.
Dommage.
Ryan Mendes, Giovanni Cabral gets the ball back by Pina. Cabral, that's good defending by Wu, really good. Cabral goes to ground again.
Là, mais tout à l'heure,
We've
il y
seen that
a un
before.
délire comme ça. Quand balance. Faut qu'on gagne. Elle a fait qu'on va pas quand on va aller en Coupe du Monde, les gars.
Didn't get the pass off, but he gets the throw.
Vous venez d'où, vous, sinon?
He really is a go-to player, Mbomo. Rarely gives the ball away, always makes himself available like that. Mbomo. Well, kiss of death from this commentator. His final pass went astray.
La Coupe du Monde.
Boyomo.
Connaît ses anciens clients. Il y a toujours des nouveaux clients. C'est comme ça que ça marche le commerce.
Patient build-up along the flank, Nkudu.
Il y a rien, joue.
Well played, full stretch, Yannick Semedo.
Après, tu sens que quand même, le terrain, c'est un synthé, tu vois.
And we go all the way back. Well, here's that chance again for Cabral. Well, on second viewing, lovely weighted pass. Cabral, there's the burst of speed. Yeah, that's the better angle. The reverse angle shows Giovanni Cabral went down all by himself. Really good upper body strength. Wants it back again. That's a good sign. Mark Priest will appreciate that. The players are hungry for the ball. Wu plays his football in France at Stade Rennais. Terrific ball to Chachua. A little bit of space. Ball just bounced unkindly. Couldn't control it. Abubakar to Bomo. Nice idea. Anguissa with a final pass. Well, they got the acknowledgement. It was a good idea at any rate. Vuzinha, sensing his team are slightly under the cosh, urging them up front.
Ce coach, il me tue.
And they've listened to his message. Vuzinha goes long to relieve the pressure. Easy. That's food and drink for this guy.
Oula.
Showed too much of it. And they head.
Désolé les gars. C'est l'inconvénient du direct.
And a heavy pass. Neither team really 100% at ease. Giovanni Cabral leaves it to his left back, João Paulo, who gets it back. was appended Arcangel. And that comes to nothing.
Par contre, je suis pas fan du maillot bleu. Du maillot blanc, pardon.
Chachua. Well, Abubakar started that, holding the ball up well. Burmo, he felt that. The guilty party, Dini Borges. First there, and then lunging in. That's got to be a foul. Lucky to get away with a yellow card there. Referee in conversation with Babista. Quite why? That decision strikes me as black and white. A few boos and cheers coming from the home fans. Well, they've paid good money. It hasn't been a classic. Far from it. 4 minutes to go till half time. 4 minutes of regulation time anyway. Game deadlocked at 0-0. CapVert lead the group ahead of Cameroon by just one single point. Cameroon unbeaten in their 7 games, but yet to win on the road away from home.
Comment on fait déjà? Ah ouais. Sur Twitch.
Walking pace along the back 4. Although that's on Guissa. Dropping to help out.
J'ai envie de faire un sondage, mais je sais plus comment on fait sur Twitch. Attendez.
Lovely back heel. Well, that's maybe just what this game needs. A moment of magic to break the deadlock. And it could come from a moment of inspiration. Someone tipping into their box of tricks. You know that Cameroon strike force, well capable of goals.
Abonnez-vous les gars, n'hésitez pas,
Free scoring,
etc.
but mainly at home, that's the problem.
Quand on sera à la Coupe du Monde, ça sera trop tard pour vous abonner. C'est mieux vous abonner maintenant.
Jackson Chachua will intercept it. Arcangel. Well, the pass had to be perfect. It wasn't bad, but strangely, his teammate Cabral
c'est dommage, j'ai pas les notifs pour les abonnements
to break his run.
Sur TikTok. Si je suis pas sur le live, je vois pas. Ah, le live a été restreint.
Inviting the challenge.
Attendez, je relance.
Well, looking at the balance of play in the past 5-10 minutes, it's almost as if Cameroon look to be happy with the draw. That can hardly be right. They don't want to go into the lottery of second place qualifying. Every African nation, especially the heavyweights, they want to win their group. And then they'll have nothing to worry about until next summer. Well, apart from the small matter of the Africa Cup of Nations, it's a busy, busy 12 months coming up for African clubs. Not even. Busy 10 months. African nations, not clubs. Zinia, not in a hurry at all. The Cape Verde goalkeeper. Both teams look as if they're ready for the halftime break. No press by Cameroon. Just Abubakar. That's how it is in their 4-2-3-1 system. But the crucial thing now for both sides is not to concede a soft goal. changes the dynamic of the game. Psychological hammer blow, if you do. It's a game changer for players and coach.
On est 26 sur Twitch. Ok.
Coach doesn't want to change his halftime team talk.
Les gars, ce serait bien qu'on arrive au 10 000 follow sur Twitch d'ici fin de semaine. On n'est pas loin, on n'est pas loin, on n'est pas loin. On est à 9800 quelque chose. On est bientôt 9900, donc n'hésitez pas à follow, ça ferait plaisir. Sur YouTube, je sais pas, on est combien sur YouTube? On n'est pas beaucoup sur YouTube.
Body language for Cameroun. Mark breathes, tells the story. Arms folded, leaning back in his seat. Eight times Cameroun have reached the World Cup finals. Those fans have never supported their team in the World Cup.
Ouais, c'est un match pour la Coupe du Monde.
Yellow card, first of the game, goes to Steven Moreira.
2026. Hein.
Tries to explain himself, but referee's decision is final. Well, the game's been played in a good spirit. Hasn't been dirty. That's good to see. And we're into the final minutes of this stoppage time. Kudu puts a good ball in, good save. Great save by Bozinia. The Cameroon subs up off the bench. Relief for Bubista. Well, the best chance of the game comes in the closing seconds of the half. And Kudu, sensing a weakness after Moreira's yellow card. The fans certainly find their voice. Bummel. That's a foul, surely. On Cabral.
Vous avez cru qu'elle était dedans ou pas, les gars?
Worth a second look. Good ball in by Nkudu. How about that for a save? And Bummel gives Cabral a helping hand.
Ah, moi j'ai cru dedans fort.
And that is the half-time whistle. Referee,
là,
deep conversation with Ankisa.
J'étais restreint.
So at least we end on a high note. The half-time score here. CapVert 0, Cameroun 0.
On passe la seconde mi-temps ensemble.
In the capital, prior. Well, it has been far from a classic game of African World Cup qualifying, and yet the fans have found their voice after that scare in the closing seconds for Cape Verde. Bozinia keeping them in the game with a clean sheet. And let's just hope there are more chances in the second half than in the first. The chances were few and far between. Everything to play for. Join us in just under 15 minutes.
Bon, sur Twitch, je relance. Sur Twitch, non, sur TikTok. A tout de suite. Comment on fait? Est-ce que je peux juste quitter